there's dirt on my hands.
Hello YouTube, Boss Rino. Welcome to my channel. So ito, may nag-request ng slap ham. 6 terrifying videos that make you call for mom. Bakit mamaya matawagan ko yung nanay ko dito ha. Sobrang takot ko ha. So sa nag-request ito, para sa ito. Diba? So shoutout sa asawa ng kumpare ko. dalawang beses kita, Sinoutout Abigail Castro at si paring Ted ha. Shoutout sa inyo. So ito, dryer natin ito. 6 terrifying videos that make you call for mom. Okay. Slap ham.
Es la ternurita de Luana, o sea, las ternuritas de Luana, o sea, ¿qué les pasa?
Our first clip of the day comes from the Instagram account Paranoid
Oh, shit.
Normal. It shows a young boy filming a vlog when something strange begins to happen. Take a look.
Es la ternurita de Luana, o sea, las ternuritas de Luana, o sea, ¿qué les pasa? A mí en todo lugar no me gustan las ternuritas de Luana. En mi primer video, yo soy Ebra Saúl López Alcaraz y voy a subir mi primer video.
Oh shit, iyak.
As you can
Iyak
see,
siya.
the crucifix in the background begins to move for what seems like no reason at all.
López Alcaraz y voy a subir mi primer video.
It takes a few seconds for the boy to notice what's happening, but when he does, he freaks out and runs. The clip then just cuts out. The comment section was divided on this one. Some said it was nothing more than fishing wire, while others thought it was a little more significant than that, calling it a sign from Christ himself. These are obviously two very different opinions, so I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers.
Para may
Where do you
humihila,
sit
no?
on this, hoax or holy? Let me know down below.
Yo soy Ebra
Oh,
Saúl
para may
López
humihila.
Alcaraz y voy a subir mi primer video.
Baka prank lang yun sa bata, pero nakakatakot din di ba? Kasi kung hindi mo alam na may humihila, matatakot ka talaga Oh shit, ano yan?
Many people around the world believe that there's more to our reality than meets the eye. While some people turn to religion to help explain or give meaning to our existence, others have more mind-bending takes on what reality actually means. If you spend enough time in the deepest, darkest recesses of Reddit or other internet forums, you're bound to come across a theory that posits that we're living in an artificial simulation. That what we're experiencing is just a simulated reality generated from a very advanced computer network far in the future. While a lot of people tend to think of the film The Matrix when this theory is brought up, the concept has a much longer history than a late 90s action film. For thousands of years, philosophers have grappled with the idea of reality being an illusion. Chinese, Indian, and even ancient Greek texts discuss the idea that our reality is more akin to a painting, like vision.
Yung mga ukit-ukit sa sa mga bato dati, 'di ba? Yun yung nakakamangha di ba? Kisa kasi may mga ukit na may bike, 'di ba? Ang tagal-tagal na noon, tapos wala pang bike nung araw, pero may mga ukit na bike.
Experienced during sleep or in periods of madness. A more contemporary take on this theory was popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom. Bostrom posits the idea that in the future, humans will have access to vast amounts of computing power, enormous networks that are so powerful that our future selves could be running detailed simulations of historical events and timelines. He suggests that the inhabitants of these simulations may harbor their own consciousness, and that the worlds are so finely detailed the people in them wouldn't know the difference. Bostrom concludes this argument by saying it's only rational to think that it's likely we're living among these simulations, rather than being the original biological creators of such simulations. It's easy to follow this line of thinking. Even with the metaverse in its absolute infancy, humans in the future will eventually create lifelike virtual realities that are indistinguishable from base reality. Here at Slaptam, we often feature clips that purport to show glitches in reality. Many enthusiasts of the simulation hypothesis point to these glitches as evidence that the simulation is breakable, giving a glimpse as to what's truly going on. This clip, uploaded by Conspiration ESP on Twitter, seems to show one such breakdown in reality. Take a look.
One single snow. It snowed pretty
It's
hard.
snowing really hard in the mirror, and then
Really?
on that side there's nothing.
It's all clear.
Oh my gosh. No, wait, what?
Outside is a clear day with blue skies. Yet
Salamin.
somehow the mirror is reflecting a heavy snowstorm taking place
Oh,
at the same
shit!
window.
Oo nga, no. Ba't ganun?
Many commenters call this a glitch in the Matrix, a failure in the simulation showing two side-by-side realities playing out simultaneously.
Put her in the mirror. And
Tangina,
then
nakakatakot naman yan, pare.
It's all clear.
Regardless of what this clip shows, the simulation hypothesis is certainly a mind-bending thought experiment, one that only seems to become more and more convincing the more you sit with it. So what do you think? Have you ever stopped to consider that you may be living in an extremely advanced virtual simulation? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comment section down below.
Ang problema kasi ngayon sa atin, ang problema kasi sa atin, ang dali na mag-edit. Halos lahat tayo kaya natin mag-edit. Kaya lang, etong mga ganitong video, parang luma siya eh. Kaya parang, kumbaga, hindi mo maiisip masyado na edit kasi sobrang medyo luma na siya. Kaya, parang hindi pa uso dyan yung edit talaga sa phone. Ngayon kasi, pagka video mo, pwede mo na i-edit eh. Pwede mo na i-post eh, di ba? Pero mahirap i-edit yun, yung part na yun nasa salamin. So, sa tingin ko luma yung video, 'di ba? Kaya medyo kapani-paniwala.
And then on that side there's nothing.
It's all clear.
Oh my gosh. No, wait, what?
In November 2020, Facebook user Gabriel Martinez Navarro decided to visit an abandoned school he had heard rumors about in Mexico. He decided to film his adventure to show friends and followers on social media. However, this outing ends up a little more hair-raising than Navarro would have ever have imagined.
Tangina, Navarro,
The
parang
clip begins
ano,
with the
parang
uploader
cartel.
driving down a long country road in the middle of the night.
Es que vine a investigar yo solo. Ven.
After a long drive, he arrives at his destination and enters the long abandoned property.
Ito na, abandon. Tangina, nakatakot to. Oh shit, umakyat siya.
Y por allá.
Not much is known about the Benito Juarez School. It was built in 1954 and sits on a very secluded parcel of land out in the middle of nowhere.
1954.
After a period of mismanagement, the school experienced a rapid decline, ultimately becoming abandoned and almost forgotten. Locals who know about the school try to avoid it altogether. They say it's heavily haunted by spirits and dark shadowy figures that roam around at nighttime. As Navarro explores the old buildings, we can see what kind of state it's been left in.
Solo que mira nomás esta sí está abierta.
Then, while taking a look in one of the former
dami
classrooms,
nakasulat.
something eerie happens. Watch.
Puro pinche pedo. No hay
Ah,
madre,
bintana,
solo
bintana.
pedo.
Oh shit.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh shit.
Watching that again, a plank of wood seems to move all by itself. Then the door to the room just closes.
Patay. Nakita ko na yata to. Puta, hindi
This
ko na
startles
matandaan.
Navarro, who starts to breathe heavily. Perhaps there's some truth to the local legends, after all. Unsettled, the OP makes his way out of the room when things take a turn for the worse. Take a look at what happens.
Oh shit, takbo, takbo, takbo,
It
takbo,
can be
takbo.
hard to see at first, but if we play that back in slow motion and brighten up the image, we can see a face peering out from around the corner of the building.
Asan? Oh, may nasilip. Ayoko yung mga sumisilip na ganyan eh. Magkakilitiw sana kayo.
Navarro runs off into the night before the clip abruptly
Ang
ends.
inang layo niya. Naakit ka pa sa bakod. Akyat! Ina mo. Sugat-sugat
Some
yan.
viewers thought it might have been a squatter living on the property, keeping a close eye on
Takot
Navarro.
yan, tangina.
Then, how do you explain the moving plank of wood? Given that
Eh.
locals try to avoid the abandoned school completely and that they believe the site to be haunted, some viewers insist that what we're witnessing here is genuine paranormal activity. One of our viewers, Carl Stringer, submitted the following clips on our Slapdown Facebook
Ito gusto ko UFO.
group. One afternoon in April 2022, Stringer spotted a strange flying object hurtling through the sky above his home in Yorkshire,
Hindi ba aeroplano yan?
UK. This is what he caught on camera.
Parang aeroplano eh. Oh, hindi, ang bilis.
An unidentified tic-tac-shaped object is flying through the sky.
Mabilis siya, mabilis oh. Pero hindi parang aeroplano.
It doesn't look like a commercial craft of any kind and doesn't appear to have wings, and it's not displaying any safety lights.
Pataas, no?
In response to the clips, quite a few of our viewers confirmed that they too had recently seen white cigar-shaped objects zipping through the air. Stringer thought perhaps it was an unmanned SpaceX rocket, as they've been known to cause quite a stir on the internet when spotted. However, there's been no official word on what this craft might be, so for now, it will have to remain a genuine UFO sighting.
Grabe. So, paano nila na-identified na UFO yun? Unidentified flying object nga. So, paano nila nalaman? The joke yun. An unidentified flying object. UFO.
This next one comes from one of our viewers,
Number
Mary
2 tayo.
P. In April 2022, Mary received a notification that her baby monitor had detected movement. When she reviewed the footage, she was creeped out by what she saw.
Wow, tang ina, pag baby talaga. Naku po. Bakit kasi laging nakahiwala yung mga anak nyo sa higaan nyo? Dapat katabi nyo yan eh. Wala,
So
gumagalo yung
there's a few
tenga.
strange things happening in this clip. Firstly, the door seems to open all by itself. Several orbs fly past the camera. A balloon shifts in the background.
Oh shit, oo nga.
Then, creepiest of all, the toy on the right-hand side of the room turns on.
Oh shit, ang ina niyan.
At first, Mary
Hindi ko
thought that because
Hindi ko patutulugin na yung anak ko dyan.
the door wasn't fully closed, it may have swung open by chance. But then the orbs and toy turning on were a little harder to explain. Some viewers thought, due to the sequence of events, that some kind of spirit entered the room, then moved to the right.
Oh,
This caused
shit.
the balloon to shift and the toy to activate. It seems Mary doesn't want to speculate too much on what's happening here. Instead, she offered the footage up to our Facebook group for everyone to make up their own minds.
Hindi ko maintindihan bakit kailangan ihiwalay nila yung anak nila sa pagtulog. Tapos lalagyan lang nila ng camera. Parang engot, di ba? Kahit naman may camera yun, kung tulog ka at may nangyari doon sa anak mo sa kabilang kwarto, hindi mo naman malalaman, di ba? Iba sila mag-alaga. Iba talaga Pinoy. Ang Pinoy talaga sobrang maalaga. Mapagmahal talaga lalo sa mga bata, no? Sarap kaltokan ng mga to eh.
You might have seen this
Oy,
next one
mermaid, oh!
doing the social media rounds. In early April 2022, footage surfaced of what many are calling a real
Ano yan, oh? Serena?
mermaid caught on camera. In the small coastal town of Ukanda, just south of Mombasa in Kenya, locals claim to have discovered a strange creature washed ashore from the Indian Ocean. The footage was uploaded by the YouTube channel Kenyan Ice. Take a look.
Oh shit, ano ba yan? Tanggal, dali nyo sa tubig, mamamatay na nga eh. Tingnan nyo, naghihingalo na.
As you can
Dali sa
see, a group has gathered around what appears to be a half-human, half-fish creature.
Pinanood lang ng mga hayop na
It
to. Ayaw dali
writhes
sa
about
tubig.
on the sand as people film it with their phones.
Ayaw dali sa tubig.
Interestingly, mermaids appear in mythic tales all around the world dating back thousands of years. Ancient texts and folklore from disparate regions like the Middle East to Scandinavia and even Southeast Asia reference strange beings that are half human, half fish. Ancient Romans documented scaled, human-like creatures washing ashore near the town of Gaul. Gaius Plinius Secundus, born in 23 AD, was a respected lawyer, naturalist and philosopher who wrote widely on the subject and reportedly saw the scale-covered beings numerous times himself. He even notes that the governor of Gaul wrote a letter to Emperor Augustus to inform him of the mysterious creatures washing ashore. Christopher Columbus, during his 1493 expedition to the Caribbean, claims to have spotted 3 mermaids out at sea. Even as recently as 2009, the mayor of a coastal town in Israel offered a $1 million reward to anyone that could prove the existence of mermaids. This came off the back of a spate of sightings in which locals claim to have seen a mermaid performing aerial tricks in Haifa Bay, just north of Tel Aviv. So then, what's to be made of the most recent sighting in Kenya? Is it real or just a hoax? Either way, it's interesting to see how pervasive the mermaid myth has been. For thousands of years, it's captured the imaginations of people all over the world. So is there a thread of truth running through these old legends after all? Let me know your take on this in the comment section down below.
Sa tingin nyo, totoo, kaya tatanungin ko, sa tingin nyo totoo yung mermaid? Yung mga ganyan, totoo ba? Shokoy mermaid, tingin nyo? Diba? Sa akin kasi parang, kasi may pinanggalingan no? May kwento, so may pinanggalingan yung dati. Siguro totoo yan, pero ngayon siguro wala na sila. Diba? So, siguro sobrang tagal na. Naano ko, daming kwento. Ang dami niyang kwento, no? Naboard ako ng kaunti sa mga kwento kasi iba gusto natin marami tayong nakikitang mga multo eh. So yan, maraming salamat sa panonood sa nag-request ito para sa ito at hanggang sa muli.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my